Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in up. Everyone's doing well, winning life first and foremost. I want you all to smash to pieces that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell ding dong. Let's have it right so you know when we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership, which is down below in the description. Salute to all my Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boy. We see things they'll never see. Salute to no surrender mentality. Let's have it right. And just generally big up to every single one of you. Fantastic job done. Next round for the FA Cup. I didn't expect anything less. Let's have it right. Chelsea 5, Morecambe, the mighty Morecambe 0. Played at Stamford Bridge. We're going to run through it, obviously, and talk about. Well, there's a lot to talk about, really. But generally, in the lineup, Akinpong didn't get selected. So does that mean he's going to play against Bournemouth? That's the first one I actually thought he was going to play. You had Disasi, the player that they're trying to sell, captain our team out today in the FA Cup. Felix, who apparently they want to offload, and it's not Maresca's guy, started. Gui up front. Neto, I was surprised to see, but maybe it's just to get some minutes. Maybe he's not going to play against Bournemouth and he's going to play Madueke. Who knows? Sancho on the bench, Cucurella on the bench, some strong players, but the starters were Lavia in the midfield, who we haven't seen, and Reece James got a look in. Tosin, Jorgensen, Viega, another player that's rumoured to be sold. It was almost like an auction, bruv, today. To have it right with the players that were on the pitch. Tariq George as well, getting a look in on the left hand side. But let's have it right. First half, very disappointing, very disappointing. I actually see Morecambe get through down the left hand side, the right hand side. They're just toothless. There. Listen, let's have it right. They are 4th division, League 2. And they are bottom of it. So, there's no excuses. But to allow them to play the way they did, fair play to them. I think their goalkeeper had a worldie in the first half, produced some amazing saves. Felix plays a ball in. Kunku gets gifted a penalty because they handball it in the box. And Kunku misses that penalty. However, that penalty should have been retaken because the goalkeeper was off his line when before Nkuku struck the ball. But they didn't give it for obvious reasons, it is agenda and all that. But potentially, I think if it was retaken, Nkunku's bagging that 1-0. But we had to wait till the very end or near the end of the first half to get a goal. And the way I looked at it, it was the story of the game was Morecambe was the reincarnated Lily Phillips, and it was like, all the Chelsea players, go on, you have a go. You're next, son. You're next. Go on, you have a go. Errol was shooting, and it was literally trust the come shot from everyone, except the one player that you just do not think is going to score, Bambi on ice, Tosin, outside of the box. It takes a deflected shot for us to go 1-0 up. And that was my concern. Why? Why are we relying on a centre-back? Get us 1-0 up? It was a shambles of a first half. I mean, it was so poor. I didn't see any patterns of play of inverted play and just possession. And everyone would go, oh, they low blocked us. They low blocked us. I don't want to hear it, bruv. They actually came out. They actually tried to play out. Credit to them. There was a moment in the game where Disasi, who, let's have it right, shouldn't even be playing. We could have played some under 23s from Cobham, but they chose to play Disasi. He plays a shit ball out, goes into no man's land, and you got all the Morecambe supporters going, Premier League, you're having a laugh, taking a piss out of the players on the pitch for Chelsea that we are a Premier League side because of the way we were playing. They're giving it big un. That was embarrassing. And I just want to put it into context. I actually looked at the players that we bought, that they bought, should I say. We didn't buy them, they did, upstairs. The players they bought, take away the Cobham players like Reece James, George, etc. All right. Guess how much? Just over 300 million was on that pitch. 300 million was on that pitch against Morecambe. I'll probably put a bet on that Morecambe's entire team cost about a tenner. All right, that's how budget they are. All right, they don't have the money. In fact, credit to their supporters who are putting a banner up, forcing and telling their owner to sell the club. They were protesting in the ground because obviously it's televised. Well, it wasn't televised; it was on ESPN, but it will be televised on Match of the Day probably. They're showing more minerals this League Two side to protest against the ownership than our entire fucking elite fan base for our elite club. I mean, interesting, very interesting, to say the least. Yeah, maybe we should take a leaf out of their book and actually, put some pressure on these clowns upstairs. But that's another discussion for another day, is it? Maybe. Either way, we won the game. It doesn't stop me. Win, lose, or draw. I want these clowns out. That's my narrative. That's the way I am, bruv. They've done far too much damage to this football club. But in terms of the game, we go in half time, 1-0 up. Tosin had another chance, could have been 2. Again, why is he having to shoot? Is he playing centre forward? I mean, he shoots. He's trying to be an Isaac, is he? I don't know. But we come out second half. We made some changes. Sancho, reinforcements, Cucurella come on. We needed to bring on experience. We didn't have enough experience on the pitch, so we had to bring on the experience. And also in that first half, Felix as well. How many shots did he have? Even in the second half. But we go into the second half. Viega takes a shot deflected, comes on to Nkunku. Nkunku slots it in. I don't know what you can say. He's trying to salvage something from missing that penalty, and he's got a goal, instinctive goal. We go 2-0 up, game's put to bed. Good night. Let's have it right. Tosin has another shot. Great goal. A fantastic goal against the mighty Morecambe. 3-0 up. Bambi on ice, he's not skating on ice, bruv. Yeah? Or maybe, let's say, he's doing a Torval and Dean, mate. Epic. Absolutely epic. Wonderful performance. 2 goals. Let's have it right. And then I tweeted today, Felix shoots like a cum shot because you just don't know where it's going to go, bruv. Yeah? I mean, let's have it right. Tosin had 4 shots and scored 2, and he's a centre-back. And Felix had 8 shots and scored 2. And credit to Felix, 2 great goals. The first goal, lovely, place shot, you know what I'm saying, 4-0 up. And then the 5th goal was fantastic, beautiful goal. Yeah? But let's have it right. He ended up getting Morecambe Preggers with twins because he bagged 2 goals. And for that matter, so did Tosin. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, all the Felix stands, they're not so happy. Oh, he's tweeting cum shot. Yeah, because it's trust the cum shot at Chelsea. And the star boy, Felix, your gaffer don't rate him, didn't want him, and won't play him. And I'm saying play him, all right? Play him in the number 10. But let's have it right. What's the benchmark? Morecambe? What are we doing here, bruv? We made changes and it went up from 300 million to about 380 million. Okay? And if you include like the Reece James and all that, and Cobham players and the money, you're looking up to 500 million on that pitch. It's actually embarrassing. But we got the job done 5-0. I expected 7. I would have gone 7 because I think this team is wank. And most of these players couldn't finish a wank. They can't shoot to save their lives. And all we got in the off the official Twitter, obviously, is all the training, shooting practice of them all scoring goals. Yet none of our front line, bar Felix and Nkunku, could actually score. And it took the second half where the game's dead and buried and Morecambe basically know that they're knocked out and they ain't got nothing in their locker. That's the way I looked at it. But fair play to Felix. But one thing I will say, a lot of these players looked disinterested. They didn't look like they were up for it, especially in that first half. I think there's a lot of unhappy players in this dressing room. A lot of unhappy players, playing against Morecambe. If that was a game against Man United and Arsenal and Man City FA Cup tie, do you think all these players would be playing? I don't think so. So that tells you where the mind state of Enzo Maresca is in terms of the team selection. But for me, like I say, they all had a good session on a Lily Phillips, and You know what I'm saying? Eventually they scored. And they scored quite well. But credit to Felix, man. I rate him. I like him. But what is the point in signing him if you're not going to play him in the actual games that mean something, like against Bournemouth? Why are we not going to play him? Two quality finishes. And the only the only other player that could finish like that is Cole Palmer. So why can't we have them both in the same team? My only thing with Felix is, like I say, he shoots like a cum shot. He just shoots and shoots and shoots, and you don't know where it's going, bruv. He's not clinical. He needed 8 chances. But that's what it takes, doesn't it? In a tight game where you might get only 1 or 2 chances, is it likely Felix is going to put them away? I don't think it is. But at the same time, in his defence, this is the byproduct of when you don't play players regularly and they don't get momentum, they don't build up game time. They'll be rusty. But let's have it right. We got the job done, which was the most important thing. But obviously, we got bigger fish to fry against Bournemouth, haven't we? And that's the big game on Tuesday. We have to win that game. This is a job done. Fair play. Well done. Reveiw got subbed off, interestingly. He was playing, left back? Inverting slightly, let's have it right, or going down the wing. And I just thought Lavia was a bit in no man's land. You can tell he's rusty. I don't think Reece James and Lavia should start against Bournemouth. I don't think they will start. And Enzo Maresca took them off pretty early. Did he take them off half time? I think he did. He just didn't want to risk it. And Reece James had a collision in that game, and he could have ended up in an injury. Hopefully not, but he was clattered by their player. But Jorgensen, let's talk about Jorgensen, because I don't know, man. Maybe he's watching too much OnlyFans, and he feels like he needs to get the Vaseline and butter out or whatever, because that's what he had on his gloves. Very, very dodgy. Bit clappy, like the clappers. Fumbles a lot. Decision making, ball playing out. Sanchez is better. You can see that. And Sanchez is third choice goalkeeper from the Seagull Merchants that we bought. We need a goalkeeper, and we've got another 6 on the books that we don't know. And I would bring Petrovic back and pay the increased salary when he comes back, because I think he had Sanchez out the team last year, so why can't he have him out the team this year? That's my point. Yeah, I honestly believe that we should have Petrovic back, who is by far, a much better goalkeeper, all-round goalkeeper. But I want to bring this up because you get these Twitter accounts. They're the biggest melts going, bruv. This geezer puts out Disasi appreciation post. He's playing left centre-back today. Last time he played right-back. He fills in when needed without complaining, and nobody gives him grace for always playing out of position and always being available. He's been immense today. I mean, fuck me, what are we doing here against Morecambe, bruv? League 2 side. Like, you can't... Listen, I would actually say Morecambe was a harder test than most of the Conference League teams, because the Conference League teams, as we know, they're employees from Burger King, part-time plumbers and electricians, part-time footballers. Morecambe are full-time footballers, bruv. Footballers. And you saw it. They played all right. And fair play to them. Actually, fair play to them. But that's the way I look at it. I'm happy we're through for obvious reasons. Let's see who we get drawn in the FA Cup. Hopefully it's another sort of easy round, so we can have a chance and have a shot at winning the FA Cup, which is the most prestigious domestic cup. And I love winning the FA Cup. But hopefully, Enzo Maresca takes it seriously, not like just sacrificing the Carabao Cup and throwing that one in the bin like we did against Liverpool in the final against their C team, B team last year to Kloppy's little babies, I don't want to be throwing away cup competitions because there's no guarantee that we can win anything this season. Conference League obviously is there for the taking. It's just whether we do take it, and we need to take those chances. But yeah, let's have it right. I mean, listen, let's enjoy the win. Didn't expect anything. Clean sheet as well. Fantastic. Well done. We didn't concede to a League 2 side. I'm very happy with that. Very happy with that. They weren't a servette. to serve us up. They're rubbish. You know what I'm saying? They're rubbish, bruv. You know, this what we doing here. An interesting one. Why didn't we play more under 23s in our squad or under 21s in our squad against Morecambe League Two side? Because Liverpool started Reveiw. Yeah, everyone remembers Reveiw Nungmoa, our Cobham boy, at 14 years old. I think he must be, 15 now? Forced his way out of Chelsea because there was no pathway for the development. Didn't like the development and went to Liverpool, and Liverpool took him off us. At 14 years old, he made that decision, 15 years old. He's starting in the FA Cup. Yeah? Against Accrington Stanley. Yeah? So have it right. So I'm asking, why are certain players not playing? Is what it is. Obviously, Akimpong, is he going to play? Because Maresca came out yesterday and said, he needs to develop. We don't want to rush him. We don't, like I was saying, we're fast food tracking like a McDonald's drive-through is development. That's what we were doing. Fast food in it, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to play him? If he is, then great, because I think he was our best player in the last game against, who was it? Ipswich. So let's see what happens. But interesting. Very, very interesting. Also, Enzo Maresca says we don't need a centre-back at the moment. I think we're okay. We have Benoit, who's close to being back. Is he? I was told he was February. We have Josh Akimpong, who is doing well. Axel and Levy. Axel, they're trying to sell, by the way. Apparently, we're hearing Juventus are interested in him. Let's pay for the flight, bruv. I'll drive him there. And Levy Colwell, who will all do well in the position. Don't know. And apparently, he's not for the gay bid. That's what I see. Some news come out about that. So let's see. But big up to everyone in here. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, put all your comments down below. Salute to all my Minerals FC ultras. No surrender, bruv. We move. I'll be back tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. Drinking the minerals, devour the minerals, keep landing the minerals. But don't trust the cum shots, bruv. What we doing here? Yeah, let's have it right. And actually, I would we'll save it for the next one. Come on. Up the Chelsea, up Minerals FC. You know the deal. Let's have it right.